Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Sacred Tarot by Nicole. I'm very excited to have you here for another pick a card reading. Now this pick a card reading is how to manifest your dream life. So manifesting is, putting out positive thoughts into the universe of what you really want. So what is going to come through on these cards is what you desire and how you will manifest your dream life. And this could be love, it could be career, it could be work, just life in general, friends, your social life. So what will come through on the cards is what you desire, and so how you are going to manifest this as well. So how pick a card readings work is you choose the pile that you are most drawn to. So we have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. I have also placed crystals on top of the piles just in case you're more drawn to the crystals than you are the pile. So on pile number 1 we have turquoise, pile number 2 we have clear quartz, pile number 3 we have green aventurine, and pile number 4 we have tiger's eye. We'll also be using astro dice, or destiny dice as some people refer to them as, to kind of give you an idea of how to manifest and maybe what star sign you are. Depending on your star sign, this can give you an idea of how you like to manifest, what really brings you happiness and what you desire, to give you a better idea of where and how you'll manifest your dreams come true. Now, don't forget to look at the timestamp below, either in the description or the comment box, to see which pile is being read at which time. All right, let's get started. All right, here we have pile number 1. Okay, what I'm getting from this pile right away is there's a lot of push and pull here, a lot of strength, but came from a time where you may have been very lonely, or there was a lot of sadness maybe in your past. And now you have come to a newfound strength. So I'm going to go through all the cards individually here because a lot is jumping out at me. Now I want to start with the sun, as I do read reverse cards. So reverse cards can either have a negative indication, means the opposite of what it would mean upright, or it just means something that you're working on. Now the sun here is upside down, and if it was an upright card, it would indicate happiness, great times, sunny, happy times, pretty much happy times. Now unfortunately it is reversed, so I feel like you've hit a state of maybe sadness or loneliness, and you're looking for the next phase in your life. You're searching. This is a great time to manifest what you want. Manifesting your dream life, your desires, is hard when you're stuck in such a negative spot. So the sun just represents, when it's reversed like this, you're in a spot right now where you're not really feeling great about life, and you need to turn that around. But there is some turning around, because there is some stuff that's going to be happening in your life. Maybe it's already happening, especially with the Wheel of Fortune, because this predicts good luck, unexpected good fortune, things turning around. Wheel of Fortune just predicts that there's a lot of luck coming your way. So with the Wheel of Fortune and the sun, they're very, very conflicting, because I feel like you've come from a place of, I'm not really happy with the way my life is going, but you have some luck coming your way. So the Wheel of Fortune indicating luck coming your way is really important to keep a positive outlook on life, and that works by manifesting your true desires. So the Judgment card is about rebirth and moving on from maybe troubled times. So I feel like it's already here. You've already been really working at this, a proper, like the way you want to manifest, and there is a lot of logic here. The Knight of Swords represent logic and thinking clearly, not using as much emotion, but moving forward in a way of stop feeling sorry for yourself, pretty much. And I feel like there's been a lot of that maybe in the past with the sun, or maybe just even in the present. So I feel really good things for you. I feel like the way you're going to manifest is by choosing to be a little more logical, but push a little bit more. So push forward more. Push forward with your thoughts of positivity and being a little more adventurous, in the sense of not adventuring out, but being a little more assertive with your desires and what you want, because right now it's the right time. So the Wheel of Fortune is telling you that this is the right time to plan, but also execute. Maybe you've been planning for quite a while, and it really hasn't been working for you, and this is the time to execute now. So execute your plans. If you were thinking of a new career, thinking of a new relationship, it is really a good time for you to start manifesting in a way of pushing a little bit more. So the Knight of Swords here, pushing for what you want or being a little more assertive, but in a way using your logic. Don't base your moves on emotion right now. You really need to base it on logic. So if this was a career decision, or maybe you know what, you want to ask for a promotion, right now is a really, really good time. And maybe you're a little bit scared in the past to do it, or maybe you're just going back to work from being laid off, and this is a time where now you've had the time to really think about, okay, well, what do I have to do to get noticed? Or if this is maybe a situation where you're thinking about starting a small business or a new business, and right now is probably a terrifying time for small businesses because of our economy, but I believe you have a great idea. So the timing right now, this could be a really, really good time for you to get out there and actually execute your plan. And it's a good time for you. It may not be a good time for the next person, but right now you have been manifesting what you really want to do with your life, and you might not have been happy with where you currently were. And this could also pertain to a relationship as well. If maybe you weren't happy in a certain relationship and you decided to move on or move forward, and there was a possible breakup recently, the timing here, the Wheel of Fortune, is time to get back out there, to start dating again and be adventurous with this, but use logic with it. So manifesting who you want based on better understanding of who you are. So you've connected with your higher power, and this is great. So the Judgment card here can indicate that you have connected with your higher power. It's a rebirth or a resurrection and a forgiveness, an awakening, mental clarity. You have moved on from this relationship, and it may have hurt you a lot in the past, and it made you really unhappy, but you realize that you can't let that person hold you down anymore, and the timing right now couldn't be more right for you to move forward, but use logic. So use logic in your new dating life, and maybe you didn't use logic in your past dating life, and it could just mean the relationship that you are currently in, just using a little more logic when you're approaching situations. This is a great time for you to manifest your dreams come true, or maybe you have already been manifesting what you really want, and you can see in the cards that you have come so far with this. Now I want to pull 2 more cards here to really tie the reading together. So we have attachment, letting go, restriction, and fear. So I really believe here again with the sun showing that in the most recent past or even in the present, you still feel a little bit of loneliness and sadness, and you're trying to move forward into a stronger, more logical thinking, lucky person, because maybe you've had some bad luck in the past, and there's been certain people maybe that you fell in love with that just didn't work for you, just didn't serve you, and you had this attachment to them. And now it's time to let go, because the Judgment card is all about resurrection, letting go, rebirth, moving forward. And then we have the Night Wind. So facing fear, subconscious release, and healing. So again, it's facing the fear that you have about moving forward, and using your logic based on the fact that you're really way more connected with your higher power now. And luck and timing is on your side. You don't have to be stuck in this unhappy and sad state anymore. It's time for you to move forward. Judgment is calling. Now I just want to roll the dice here. I'm going to give you an idea about how to manifest and where to manifest, and maybe your star sign. Oh, so a Pisces, here we go. So Pisces, they're dreamers, but they can be really hard on themselves. If this resonates with you, Pisces being really hard on themselves, and especially when they're not manifesting properly or they're stuck in a negative state, they're really going to keep themselves down. I really like that this came up, because I feel like you have gotten to a point where you're like, no, I don't want this anymore. And when you're manifesting your true desires in life, it's really important for you to come from a place of not having everything you want, because then you just start putting out to the universe what you really want. You start asking the right questions. You start asking, well, I would like this in my life, instead of, oh, I don't want that, because whatever you don't want will come racing at you. And if it's maybe a Pisces in your life that's bringing you bad luck, that's another indication here of maybe that person should not be in your life anymore. Or it could mean that you are having bad luck with them, and that's something that you really need to work on. So there is some kind of Pisces. It could be your ascending sign. It could be your moon sign. It could be your sun sign. So the Pisces there is very important. So it's someone in your life, or it is you. You represent the Pisces. But I really feel really good things for you here. You're really working on manifesting your true desires. And remember that luck is on your side. It's time. All right, thank you. And that is pile number 1. All right, thank you for following, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button below, or give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Thank you. All right, everybody, here we have pile number 2. And right away, what I'm getting from this reading is that you feel very conflicted. Now, the Ten of Wands represents like a heavy burden or a struggle of some kind, not wanting to do things the easy way. You kind of choose the hard way. So when cards are reversed, it either has a negative attachment to the card, or it means the opposite of what it would be upright, or it means something that you're working on. Now, I have a feeling that you're working on this. You have always chose the long road. Here, the Seven of Pentacles is all about hard work and enjoying the fruits of your labor. At the end of the day, you really strive to be successful, but something's really not working. So the way you're manifesting is not the way you set out to do. You really choose too much hard work. So Nine of Wands represents that you're ready for this, you're prepared, but you're in a vulnerable state. So you're ready to manifest the right way, but you almost don't know how, or you believe that the harder you work, the more you'll get out of life. But you know that's not really working for you that well, because you have to change the way you think, and the way you manifest has to do with your thoughts. So it's not necessarily what you're putting out to the world physically, it's a mental game. So there's nothing wrong with hard work, but if it's not working for you in the sense of feeling successful, then you're not going to come to this place of feeling content and in line with who you really are. So your higher power. The Page of Cups here is representing that you really want to get out of that state. So your emotional side, so you have a lot of logic. You have a lot of logic here, but your emotional side, your sensitive side, Page of Cups represents sensitivity and like a way to look at things more like with a younger point of view. So not really immaturity, but just like a younger approach to things, and not being so, I guess, grumpy, you can say. So not being like approaching things with a more light attitude, which is what the Page of Cups represents here. I could also represent someone that really doesn't like commitment, though. Really kind of stays away from commitment. And it could represent you, it could represent someone in your life, but this could also represent someone that is testing you. There's a lot of tests I see in here. So the Ten of Wands reversed, even upright, is a heavy burden. It's like you're walking uphill constantly with something on your back. And when it's reversed, it's just that much worse. Like you really refuse to budge or change. And with this reading, when it comes to manifestation, you have to be pretty open-minded, and you have to learn the skills about manifesting your true desires. So the Seven of Pentacles is not necessarily a bad thing here. It's almost like you built your empire, you worked really hard to get where you want to be, or you are striving to get, to a more comfortable place with your finances, because Pentacles do indicate finances. So it looks like you almost touch on everything here. So we have the love, the romance, and the Seven of Pentacles indicating finances, and then the Wands indicating just life in general, overall feeling of how you approach life. 10 of Wands here reversed, and then the 9 of Wands here upright. So the 9 of Rods is like, I'm prepared, I'm ready to do the right thing, putting your mindset into a better state of manifesting your true desires. So the Seven of Pentacles and the Page of Cups here, I want to just, because those are more positive here. The Page of Cups is representing, your emotional side, and I believe the Seven of Pentacles is indicating your logical side. So you're like introverted, extroverted, you're left and right brain. You really know how to use your logic and emotion all in one, but you're very hard on yourself, and you got to find that way to treat yourself a little bit better. Maybe a little more self-care and self-love is needed in your future, or even at your present right now, so that you can move forward to manifesting your true desires. And the Page of Cups could represent too that you're trying to manifest someone to come into your life, not necessarily like a great deep committed love, but maybe a little more commitment. Maybe commitment from someone that you have sought out, that maybe you're dating right now, that you want something a little more deeper. But the Page of Cups could also represent you, that you're scared of the commitment and afraid of the commitment. But if what you truly desire is to be in a committed relationship, then that's something that you have to work on manifesting. And the way you do that is through your logic and your emotion and changing your thoughts, because this right here, our thoughts create reality. So the 10 of Wands here is creating your reality with your negative thoughts. So when you put into the world what you want, that's going to come back. Instead of using sentences, oh, I don't want that, I don't want this person around me, they're going to come to you because you've asked for it. What you put it out into the world and you ask for, you're gonna get it, even if you ask that you don't want it. Okay, I want to draw 2 more cards here to really tie up the reading. So we have Amethyst, transformation, certainty, and confidence. So this is actually really interesting that this card comes up when you have this. So the 10 of Wands could indicate that you lack the confidence to manifest what you want. It's really interesting that the confidence has so much to do with manifesting, because if you don't have the confidence to ask for what you really want, you're never going to get it. And you have to be certain on what you want as well. Now I can really see a big transformation, and it could mean that, you're the uncommitted type, or you always track the uncommitted types in relationships. And I have a feeling you're trying to change that. You're ready for that. You're ready to change that aspect of you or aspect of someone else. You want to make sure that you don't date maybe people that are uncommitted. And then with finances, you want to look at money a little more clear, and maybe you don't have to work as hard as you are because it's just not working for you. You're still in this negative spiral. You think that money will bring you all this happiness. Money does bring happiness. We all need money, but maybe the way you're looking at it and the way you think about money is not in line with who you really are and who you want to be. All right, and then here we have Earth changes, climate change, and transformation. Oh, it's another transformation card. So I believe that you're going through a huge transformation right now on figuring out how you want to move forward and getting rid of this right here, the Ten of Wands, getting rid of that struggle, that burden that you put on yourself, overcoming, those fears of what if I really did have everything I wanted. And we're always evolving. So that's what's really good about this card. So the evolution card, we're always evolving. Things are always changing around us. So the earth changes, the climate changes. We're always transforming into a better person. And every day you can do this. You can wake up and say, okay, today's a new day. I'm not going to carry this heavy burden, this 10 of Wands on me anymore. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to start manifesting abundance. I feel like you are already a good saver, and you're securing your future. You're ready. You're prepared. You're prepared for the changes. You're prepared to evolve into the person you want to be, and you want to welcome in love. All right, so I'm going to roll the destiny dice to give you an idea of maybe your personality traits and the opportunities that will come your way. So Gemini and success. So I feel like you are a successful person and you just struggle with certain aspects of your life. So success can come in many forms. It can come in the form of happiness. It can come in the form of money. It can come in the form of love. And you either have one of those things, but I feel like it's more the finances that you are maybe successful in. And then you are working on every other aspect of your life right now because you're constantly transforming. And you're transforming. There's a big transformation coming here. And you could possibly be a Gemini, or someone around you is a Gemini. Gemini is actually, it's funny that Gemini comes up because Page of Cups represents someone that has a hard time committing, and Geminis have a hard time committing. And one of their personality traits is they're known to have a hard time committing because they're very adventurous and they love to explore and meet new people and be sometimes be the center of attention, not always, but a lot of the times they do. And so it could represent you. It could also be someone's ascending sign or their moon sign, but it could also be their sun sign. And this could represent you. You could be the Gemini in this situation. But I believe that you are a successful person and you are transforming into the best person you can be, and you're manifesting your true desires in life and getting rid of this burden. All right, and that's pile number 2. Thank you very much for following. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button or give me a thumbs up if you like this video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, pile number 3. All right, so right away what I'm getting from this reading is there is a lot of love in the air here. So we have almost all cups cards. So cups usually signify love or relationships, the feelings of love, or the reading will be surrounding relationships and maybe the love for yourself or the love for another person. But Two of Cups specifically is the deep connection that you feel with someone else. So there is a deep connection here. So the way you manifest is through your emotions and is through the power of your emotions over logic. Now, I want to bring up right away that the Hangman here, he is all about transformation, hanging in there, kind of watching the world go by, not making any sudden moves because he's in a deep meditative state. Now, how you manifest and what works for you, which I believe is meditation. Through meditation, I really believe that you will be able to manifest your true desires in life. And there is a lot of relationship stuff here. And I think you're really focused on relationship and love and attracting maybe a partner, maybe someone that represents the King of Cups, someone that is emotionally stable, is passionate, loving, together. Yeah, it's the King of Cups represents someone that is emotionally stable, a good leader, someone that leads by example. I feel like you are a deep lover. You're very compassionate, you're very caring, you're very loving, which also brings you to the Nine of Cups, which brings a lot of joy and fulfillment to you. So I feel like you almost already know how to manifest. You do maybe wear your heart on your sleeve a little too much. So there could be some people that take advantage of this, but you know how to manifest through your emotions and through deep connections with other people. So you have picked up on something that a lot of people can't pick up on. And that is a way to create healthy relationships and boundaries within these relationships. And so this is something that I'm picking up on, is that you want to manifest some more abundance, maybe financially. And the way to do that is to feel grateful for the relationships that you have in your life, feeling good about life, because you really do feel good about many aspects of your life. And you do a really good job of manifesting through meditation. And you really know how to look back, take in everything. And the way you do it is through your emotional approach to life. So the way to manifest, I believe, for you is the Two of Cups representing that deep connection. So when you these deep connections that you have within your relationships is a good time to manifest what you want, because when you're feeling grateful for those deep connections, then you'll have more stuff. You're able to ask, I want this deep connection. So therefore you get that deep connection. So when you put out into the world, say something that you don't want, say if you're having financial struggle and you put out into the world, I don't want to feel like this anymore, I don't want financial struggle, that is what's going to come back at you, because what you put out into the universe will come back at you. Even if it's something that you're asking that you don't want, you will get it. So be careful with your thoughts and be careful of what you're asking for and how you're asking for it. And the Nine of Cups, you're really good at wishing. So wishful thinking. So you know how to manifest on a different level within relationships. How you figured out how to manifest your relationships, same way that you should manifest bringing abundance and security into your life. And the King of Cups here represents someone that you might know, or it could be you, someone that's like stable with their emotions and with how they approach relationships and situations. And again, meditation is very important for you. You have figured out something next level on your meditation, the way you meditate and the way you look back and you observe. The Hangman is there to remind you that you are on the right path with that. Now I want to draw two more cards here to really tie up the reading. So here we have Sacred Earth Mother. So again, a message of love. And really, this is really powerful, because you really know how to love and to show people that you really care about them. And that's why you have these deep connections. So the Two of Cups, and this is how you know the Nine of Cups is how you know how to develop and maintain relationships with people, because you really know how to show people that you care. And the way you manifest is very nice, and you can do it with all aspects of your life when you remember how important that the message of love is, that the power of love and the power of being grateful for having love in your life. All right, and here we have intuitive communication, silent whispers of the heart. Again, listening to the heart. I'm surprised. It's so crazy that these two cards come up, because it's all about love and communicating. So intuitive communication. So I feel like you're highly intuitive as well. The intuition card, you really know how to read people based on their emotions, and it's almost like you can see through people's soul. Like you almost have like a little bit of intuition power here, that you yourself might be psychic or have intuition, like really strong intuition. So manifestation should be pretty easy for you, but saying that maybe you haven't developed all the skills. And the King of Cups there is to remind you of the stability. Sometimes if we're not in a stable time in our life, it will be really hard to develop these skills and develop using your intuition and using your heart to move forward. Not everyone can love. It's really hard for you to understand why not everyone can love the way you do. And the Hangman there too is he's telling you to just accept this about people, because it's okay. You are a very loving person, and this could mean that you have someone in your life who you have a really deep connection with. I almost feel like you have the relationship of your dreams, but you're trying to manifest everything else in your life, and the relationship really works, and being grateful for that relationship is really important for you. And it's really important for your manifestation process and being able to manifest everything you desire. Now, I also want to roll the destiny dice, or astro dice as some people will refer to it as. Now, the Scorpio and bad luck. So, with that being said, you have such a nice positive reading here and you wear your heart on your sleeves. So, it's just telling you here that if you are a Scorpio, you're a deep lover and you may have some bad luck in your life. So, Scorpios tend to sometimes have bad luck because they have a hard time with their thoughts. They can have very extreme thoughts. And when they get into an extreme mindset of negativity, it's important to be careful with that because the bad luck can creep in, get into a negative state. And with Scorpios, this could be your ascending sign and it could be either your moon sign or your sun sign. And for people that have the sun sign Scorpio, it's very, very important to meditate because meditation for Scorpios is so important and to really control your thoughts and manifesting because you have such a big heart, but you can also have such a cold heart and you want to seek revenge on people when they hurt you, which is not a good thing. It's Scorpios never forget, and it's hard for Scorpios to really let go, and that's why a lot of bad luck can come towards them is because they get into a mindset of negativity and then they start asking the universe for the wrong things. And if you have a Scorpio that you are close with or that's close to you, be careful about what they are putting out into the universe because you could end up soaking it up, especially if you're an empath in any way, which I'm really picking up. I was picking up on that before, that I believe you have some kind of psychic power, that you have some psychic traits or intuitive traits. It's just a little warning sign. But Scorpios are beautiful, wonderful people. They're so loving. They're so caring. They're such deep people, but they are extreme with their thoughts. They have been known to have conflicting personalities, very extreme natures to them. So they can be very extreme. They can be very, very loving, but they can also be very cold. But Scorpios are some of the most loyal, amazing people that you can have around you. And if you are a Scorpio, you probably know this already about yourself. All right, that is pile number 3. Thank you for following along and don't forget to subscribe. And if you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. Thank you. All right, pile number 4. All right, so right off the bat, I want to say there is some interesting cards that came up. So the world and the moon are very different cards, but the way that you manifest based off of your intuition, and right away, I want to bring up some of your psychic abilities. The moon does represent using your intuition and psychic abilities, and the world feeling complete. So you have this way of feeling complete and you use past experiences. I feel like the 4 of Cups, say this card was upright, so I do read reverse cards, so it could have the opposite meaning or it has a negative indication or something you're working on. So the 4 of Cups indicates doubt, hesitation. Now I feel like there may be something in the past that you had to get over. There could have been a loss of some kind, loss in a relationship, and you had to move on from a relationship. Cups do usually signify relationships or love. And now you're at a point where there's new things on the horizon. You've overcome, you've achieved something where now you feel ready to move on, and you've manifested it properly because like the world, you feel complete, and you have this way of manifesting all your dreams come true through completeness. So something has completed you, and I'm going to get more into this. So the 7 of Wands is a very successful card. It's pretty much like you've conquered something, and there's been something that you have done in your life where you have achieved a lot, and through that manifesting what you want, you really know how to do that through the success and the achievement that you have felt. The 4 of Cups represents a time that you had to really be strong and awaken new possibilities and be grateful for what you have around you, because there was a time you didn't feel grateful for that. And because of that, I feel like you've already gone through a huge manifesting process here with the world coming up, because the world is a sign of feeling complete, and the moon represents intuition and looking beyond the illusion. And I feel like there was a relationship here that really kicked you into manifesting properly. Your dreams and everything came true because of this relationship. And the moon does signify Scorpio, so there is a Scorpion not being able to trust, because you know a Scorpion will sting you. The moon can also represent deceit and maybe an illusion, uncovering an illusion of something. Now using your psychic abilities to be able to uncover that. So I really feel that you do have psychic abilities and you are an intuitive person. And with the world and the 7 of Wands, there's so much success. You really have developed skills to understand how to become successful and to use the fact that you have pain and suffering in your past to now understand and ask the universe what you really want. So making sure you're putting out what you want instead of what you don't want. I feel like you've already come to an understanding that if you put out into the universe, I know I don't want this, you're going to get it as well. You're going to get what you don't want and what you want. So you got to make sure that you ask for the right things. And I believe you have figured that out. The world, like you're feeling complete, you're feeling good, and it's come from a place where you've had to learn a lot of hard lessons, and there's been a lot of hesitation or doubt surrounding something in the past, and it could be a relationship, or it could just mean your whole life altogether. There's been a lot of things that you have questioned, and now you've come to a point where you're taking that illusion away. So you're uncovering the illusion, maybe taking the veil off, taking the blindfold off, and seeing things for how they really are. Now I want to draw 2 more cards here to really tie up the reading. So Ocean of Internal Love, Healing, Creativity, and Fertility. That's interesting. Okay. I want to start with the healing part of this. So I feel like, again, the 4 of Cups representing something in your past that there was a lot of doubt and hesitation around, and moving on, and you went through the grief state of maybe losing something really special to you, and you're healing because of it. And there's a lot of creativity coming out of this. Now you're at a time, now you know how to manifest because you've gotten reconnected with your higher self, or you've connected finally with your higher self. You finally figured out how to get to that level within your psychic ability. And the creativity and fertility, I'm very interested about the fertility coming up. It's almost like I'm picking up on the fact that you're maybe ready to have a child, or you have people around you having children. You're ready to grow a family, or even take care of a family. Maybe you're starting to date someone that has kids already because this is something that you desire. And if it's not something that you desire, there is some kind of fertility, maybe someone like you're an aunt or an uncle. You're desiring being that mother or fatherly figure. You're desiring kind of taking care of someone. And it could also mean taking care of someone in a relationship. There's just a lot of energy coming out of you taking care of someone. There could be someone sick in your family that you want to take care of, and this just could indicate that this makes you feel really good, and it makes you feel complete because you are a caregiver. You really do care deeply for people. And with the moon here, it's just uncovering maybe like a side of you that you really didn't know before because you were so engulfed in this relationship that maybe brought you down, or you just had a lot of doubt and hesitation around who you really were. And now that you're manifesting, and there's a lot of success here, 7 of Wands indicating a lot of success in discovering who you really are and what you really want. So the fertility one is really interesting. It's just saying you are really craving this mother or father like figure in your life, and it could mean that you are craving that you are wanting to have maybe a better relationship with your father or mother, and or brother or sister, or people that are really close to you. All right, and this card here, we have the Purification Water, Emotional Cleansing, Rejuvenation. This is a really interesting card too, because I feel like you have done a lot of purification, emotional cleansing in the past. I use this as a past card. I'm just really feeling like a past presence to that card because you have now gone through so much in the past, maybe a lot of pain, and you've moved to a really successful time in your present here now, that you're really learning manifesting the proper way and asking for the right things. And I believe water is very important to you. So when you want to manifest, make sure you're by a body of water, because here the Ocean of Eternal Love comes up and the Purification card comes up as well. So water is you have another water one in here too. So the scorpion coming out of the water, it almost can represent that you are a Scorpio, or that you have a Scorpio around you. And they're really important people. Their natures are so extreme, and Scorpios are very deep lovers, and they can really help you and guide you. And you could be the Scorpion, and that's just saying that you do have deep psychic abilities, highly intuitive, and to maybe bring forth this skill that you have in being creative in the way of how you want to present this to the world. Okay, so I want to roll the dice here too, to really tie this reading together. So this is the Astro dice or Destiny dice, however you resonate with it. Okay, so we have the Leo, This could represent you or someone around you. So it could be your ascending sign, or it could be a moon sign or your sun sign. If you are a Leo, Leos are very deeply, deeply passionate, and they can be quite sensitive, but they also have a big ego. And I feel like in this reading, the ego does help in this way, because you ask for what you really want. You ask your higher power, or you ask the universe. You connect with your higher power, because Leos have this way of looking at themselves like, I am a wonderful, great person. And so when you put that onto the universe, that you are grateful for who you are and how you present yourself in life, then you will get back what you desire. But it wasn't maybe always like that. Maybe it was a little hard for you, and you had to learn some hard lessons. Now conflict comes up here, but when I say conflict, it's not a bad thing. Conflict is, it cannot, you learn a lot through conflict, and I believe that you learn a lot through conflict about yourself and about how you need to manifest properly. And maybe there was some conflict in the past that you've had to work through. And I feel here, especially with water is really important. If you do have conflict, to go meditate near water, to figure out how to meditating close to water, or using water to purify and to help you through these maybe difficult things, because I feel like you feel so complete. But there could be some illusion or deception around you with the moon. You are very successful right now, and that could be the conflict. Someone maybe not understanding your success, or there could be a little bit of jealousy there. Now, to get through the conflict, meditating close to water, so manifesting by water and using water to purify. You are on the right track. You have a lot of great things going here. Just watch out for some possible deception in your life, but you feel complete. You yourself know how to manifest, and you really figured it out. Water is so important for you. Don't forget, you have come so far. All right, thank you. And that is pile number 4. Don't forget to subscribe or hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. Thank you.